soy guapo, lo sé, las mujeres se calientan, ya lo sé.
Alright guys, so today's topic for this week's topic for Los Degenerates talk. Stop! We're not those type of degenerates.
Sorry.
We're brothers. Jeez.
Sorry.
Are you fine?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hands down.
Okay. This week's topic for Los Degenerates talk is Fantasy Booking Survivor Series 2020. Survivor Series 2020. Get your fucking God damn it. Survivor Series is less than a month away, so I just figured now's a good time for us to go over what we think should happen or what we'd like to happen as Survivor. Because let's be honest, if we're talking about what we should happen versus what we'd like to happen,
There's been no build.
there's two different things. Those are two different things.
There's been no build for anything.
I've seen some build, but my card is not going to reflect most of that build.
Yeah.
My card is very wishful thinking. I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, I think mine's too.
I had an idea of what I wanted my card to be, and then I had to make it a little more realistic because, like, the cynical side of me wasn't allowing me to enjoy it. I was like, no, shut up, that's not gonna happen. Most of this shit probably isn't gonna happen anyway, but it'd be nice if, like, part of it happened.
I think mine has a chance.
Do you want to start, or should I start with my first match?
We're
gonna go by matches, so there's gonna be 5 matches on the card, and we're just gonna go one by one, or what we think is gonna be first match.
I guess I'll go first.
Okay.
First match, Women's War Games. AJ Lee versus Becky. I think AJ will have Bailey and Lyra, Maxine. And then, well, they're on rivalry kind of.
Okay, he's being a little more realistic. I understand.
And then Becky will have like the 2 girls of Judgment Day, Raquel and Roxanne.
Okay.
And then I think she'll probably just throw Nia in there.
Nia's not a bad pick. I mean, like, that's a big name to put into the War Games match.
Yeah.
You went with 4 people on each team. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I went with 5. I was ballsy.
I just didn't think they have enough people to think about like that.
Yours is probably more realistic than mine. Mine is like... So, my first match that I have is also the Women's War Games match to kick off the show. Because let's face it, I mean, like, a few months ago, I was more interested in the Women's War Games match, but now, like, total 180. I don't know what fucking happened to the booking. Because it seemed like they were doing pretty good building a strong story with the Kabuki Warriors versus Rhea and Io. Then the moment the Kabuki Warriors lose, they just fucking moved on. Like,
yeah.
We don't even see Rhea or Io on Raw anymore. That's some bullshit.
That's true. They just disappeared.
I brought them back, but not for the same match. So
I guess it could have mattered.
It's just weird to have such 2 big stars just disappear, but I brought them back for my show. So my team has Lyra, Bailey, Io, Alexa Bliss, and Charlotte Flair versus the Kabuki Warriors. Man, shut the fuck up! I'm sorry, please don't kill me in my sleep. It's because I said the name, you know who I said. That's what triggered it.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys caught that though, right? You caught my last name? Did I say the last name?
Alexa?
And Charlotte Flair. Which should have been obvious, but like...
Yeah.
Yeah, so Charlotte Flair, I got the women's tag team champions in there. I got a lot of tag teams in this. I didn't want to put a lot of tag teams in it because that seemed like cheating, but I'm also like, it seems like that's where they're going, honestly. Versus Kabuki Warriors, Nia Jax, because Mom Nia Jax, she's gonna toss people around.
She's always there.
This is a controversial pick. I put Julia in there just because I'm a huge Julia fan.
She probably.
Again, fantasy booking. This is fantasy booking. We at first we were thinking about predictions, then we were like, no, predictions is kind of boring.
Mine's more of a prediction, honestly.
Yours is more of a prediction, mine is fantasy booking. So Julia, and my last pick, actually this one might be more controversial, but it's kind of a wild card. Jade Cargill. Just because she's
so random.
Just because she was supposed to be in it last year. No, because it was supposed to be somebody else in my original idea for my dream card.
But
then I was like,
champion now. It's kind of.
Well, I feel like they're gonna do an injury angle with Tiffany Stratton, and like she's gonna be gone for a while. At first, I didn't have Jade Cargill on my card at all because I figured she's just gonna run roughshod for SmackDown until somebody steps up.
Probably.
But then I'm like, since she missed 4 games last year, I think it'd be a great opportunity for her to look like a beast, capitalize on that Tiffany Stratton squash, and toss some people around in the War Games match.
But if you already have Nia Jax, you need two people without some people around.
And it's two alphas. They might set up her first feud because they might butt heads. And she does need a challenger after Tiffany. I don't think I want to see another Tiffany match. Tiffany, here's a spoiler. Tiffany Stratton is not on my card at all. She was. I was about to put her on, and I'm like, no, just do the injury angle. I'm tired of Tiffany.
And I fell asleep during the match, so I didn't see it.
It was a squash match. He didn't miss much. I mean, the title looked good on her. The pyro looked good around her. But yeah, I put Jade in there just because I needed someone else big on my team, and I didn't want to split up Judgment Day, so I just put Jade in there because I was like, you know what? Maybe she'll say, since I missed last year's War Games, she'll show up. Plus, she's got 4 potential challengers in that match. One of them is on her team. Oh, 2 of them are Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair, people who she's never faced before. I know it's also controversial because they're tag team champions. They really shouldn't be fighting for the singles title.
Yeah.
But when you think about it, who else is left on SmackDown if Bianca doesn't come back? Plus, Bianca would be a much better Mania match.
She has been gone for a long ass time.
She has, but she'd be a much better Mania match for Jade. The story writes itself.
That's true. She would probably be like, it was me who did it.
I know putting Jade and Julia seems like the most wild thing they did for my first match, but like, I feel like Roxanne and Raquel are going to be busy with Stephanie Vacquer and Nikki Bella for a while. So that's why I left them out. But I thought about it, and I know how much they like to like mix up the brands, so I just put Io in there. Maybe Io has one last...
Because he's in all the fucking matches?
Just so she has one... Oh, yes! Yes! She's so good at it! She's the best War Games wrestler today!
What else can she do, though? Like,
she'll come up with something. She's the best in the world! Sorry, Pump. She's the best in the world. So I put her in there and I said, fuck it. Rhea is still on this card, but I figured Io would be better for this card because she has more history with Kabuki Warriors than Rhea does. Plus, she's got history with Bailey, who's going through that split personality thing, so there's that to worry about, too.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of, like, potential turns in this match. But
is there ever any little turns in the match, though?
No, but they always tease tension. Remember that? They always do it. I hate that it's so repetitive, but they do it every year.
That's true. I guess with Lyra and Bailey a little bit.
I tried to avoid the tension storyline in my fantasy booking, but I was like, I'm gonna do it anyways. What the fuck?
I love it.
Okay, so you ready to go to the second match?
Yeah. Probably Rusev and Penta just because they always throw like a random match in there. Just to kind of have the time go by.
His card is way more realistic than mine, but you know what? I don't see a story, but I can see him doing it. Because, I mean, they have technically been feuding.
Exactly. And I mean, he did hit him with a hammer during the match.
Yeah.
So.
They do need something for the mid card. Mine feels like it might be too stacked to be realistic.
And there's always just like a toss-up match in there where they just throw whoever in there.
True. Ludwig, Sheamus, and Braun. I'm looking at you guys. But actually, your match was pretty good.
Yeah, I was about to say, that was a good match.
And it just felt like, it felt random, but at the end, it turned out to be really good. It turned out to be an underrated match from that year and that card.
Yeah. So I think that one's probably a safe pick.
That could be fun. My only critique is I would just put a stipulation just because we've seen them fight so many times.
You could, I mean, what can you do for them?
Please not a fucking better street fight. I swear to God, you don't do too many street fights.
Maybe a Mexican street fight.
Oh. Well, it's close enough. Yeah.
Oh, a San Diego Padres fight.
Actually, I fuck with those marketing matches. I'm looking at you, Pitch Black Mountain Dew match.
Oh no, that was fucking terrible.
No, I liked the visuals. It was just, I just hated that they call it Mountain Dew. Like, Pitch Black is fine, but Mountain Dew.
Especially since LA Knight was doing jerky at the time.
Plus the
story. Jerky match.
No, he did jerky afterwards.
Or a jerk off match.
Oh.
I mean, what?
He didn't jerky till later in that year. Remember, he won the Slim Jim Battle Royal and he was all about the jerky?
That's when he got jerked off.
Oh. But yeah, like, I actually liked the Pitch Black match. I just hated the Mountain Dew part. Because the story was actually good. That's what everybody forgets. So they kind
the story was good.
People do remember the story because that's what got LA over.
Yeah,
but
that's what got LA over.
But like, people, mostly when they talk about that whole rivalry, they talk about fucking Mountain Dew Pitch Black. I would argue the match wasn't that bad. It was just the fucking Mountain Dew shit that ruined the whole. To me, it ruined the return of Bray Wyatt. That he's supposed to have the serious first match back, and it's fucking Mountain Dew.
It's like they sprayed Mountain Dew all over his face.
I should move on to my match. I think he would like it, even though it's probably not going to happen. Second match, which should probably be a co-main event when you really think about it, is Dominic versus Ray in a mask versus title for the AAA Mega title.
But for Survivor Series?
It's San Diego!
And he's not having his first show till, I think, the December 20th card.
I thought it was advertised for something in November.
No, I think it was the December 20th one.
Well, I heard, again, like I said, this is fantasy booking. I understand and accept that my card's probably not going to happen. But I heard rumors that Ray was already in the Performance Center training to come back.
No, I saw that too, but I don't think they'll defend the AAA title of Survivor Series card. He might defend the Intercontinental title against them.
Well, this was a last minute thing, technically. Well, no, I already knew I wanted this match, but the last minute part was.
Alright, keep going.
Okay, so I already knew I wanted to do Mask versus title in San Diego, Dominic and Ray. I already knew that from the moment we announced this video to each other. But what I didn't know to the last minute, like up until like when I was writing this down, was wait a minute, what title do it? Because at first I just assumed Intercontinental, right? Yeah, because the WWE one. Yeah. But then I was like, if Ray can retire soon, and he's never won a AAA Mega title, and he's the Mexican superstar, what a fucking way to promote AAA that would be to put their title on the line. Yeah, no, it's ballsy. It's probably, even if it did happen, it'd be the IC title, probably.
Yeah, I think it's
the
title.
I'm like, can you just imagine, though? What that would do for AAA? Mask versus title?
And it is in San Diego, so I think definitely Dominic's going to have a match.
It's a small chance that this would happen, but even if it did, it's a bigger chance of the IC title. And it's an even smaller chance that they do Mask versus title, exactly like I said.
Especially if he's not going to retire yet. I don't think he's going to retire in San Diego.
Well, in terms of fantasy, I was going to book Ray to win the title. He's because obviously he's not going to win the fucking Mask. I was going to book him to win the title. I feel like before he retires, Ray should hold AAA Mega title, especially because of the fact they had the audacity to do this.
Maybe on a AAA show and let him win the title.
Maybe. He should definitely win it. So I'm being very ballsy with this pick because I'm like, not only am I saying he defend the title, I'm saying Ray wins it in San Diego. To be fair, in my defense, it is a stadium show. Damn. In my defense, I realized that right before I was writing the card down. I knew that right before I wrote this down upstairs. I was like, how ballsy would they be? How ballsy am I? No, they wouldn't be as ballsy as me. But like, of course, it's fantasy booking. Like, if any of this happened at all, that'd be amazing. What I've always loved about fantasy booking cards or watching fantasy cards on YouTube and on news articles was the fact that like some of them would either straight up suck or they'd be so good that they would ruin the actual show for me because I'm just sitting there like, man, that's a show we should have got. Fucking shit. So, in case my card ruins it for you guys, I'm sorry, but also now you understand my pain going on.
Yeah, he's all over the place.
Alright, you want to go with the third match then?
Yeah, I think it's going to be tag team title match. The women, because I didn't put them in the War Games.
Oh, wait.
I think Charlotte and Alexa versus the Kabuki Warriors.
Oh, because you put Judgment Day in the War Games match.
Yeah, I didn't put the... And I only did 4 people. Because
Mm.
I was going to put them in War Games, and like... there's usually, like, matches that I'm like... I mean, I'm not going to say it's not important, but, like, they just kind of put there to have the match. But people just retain their titles.
I really like his pick. I'm not just trying to humor him to spread positivity on the video. The Kabuki Warriors for Charlotte. That definitely should happen at some point at a PLE. My only argument against it is that, so this is why I put them in the War Games match instead. Did you notice that on the main event, you remember the main event of Raw, Lyra, Bayley faced Alexa and Charlotte, right? Kabuki Warriors had them both at the end, all 4 of them. Well, they ran away from Bayley, so that's probably a story there anyway. But again, that's the point I was trying to make. Then on the same week, Alexa Bliss faced Nia Jax, and Nia looks like she's still pissed because they cheated to beat her. They both teamed on her. They distracted her.
That's true.
So that's why I'm like, I feel like they're already planting seeds for Kabuki Warriors and Nia Jax to be together. But again, there's a lot of different like feuds going on in the women's division that's kind of confusing to predict the women's War Games match. I still like this tag team match, even though that's why I was planning that. Technically, I threw Julie in there just because I could have sworn there was a segment where her and Kiana were talking shit to Charlotte and Alexa.
We talk shit to everyone though.
Yeah, but like, I just really like Julie. I want to give her some kind of spotlight. Sorry, Kiana James, I don't really care for you to be in the match. What? I'm surprised no one called. To be fair, you didn't even call me out that I left her out of there. Just let one out.
I didn't care that Julie was there. I was like, oh, I guess. All I care about is my matches.
Okay. I'll go to my third match. You might like this one. I don't know. I feel like this is a good choice. Would it happen? Probably not. But like, so, Aleister Black and Zelina Vega. That's a strong mid-card match. It's been building for a long time, and at this point, I'm like, why keep it going if you're not going to blow it off? Finally, in a PLE.
All right, who are you giving Damien?
Damien and Rhea. I was about to do Lola. I was about to, but then I thought about it, and I was like, remember how I said I'm pissed that Rhea just disappeared from the game? Are you mad because I didn't choose Lola, or are you mad because you're like, that might be a good one?
No, I'm just mad because I don't know what to even do that match.
See, I said Rhea because here's the thing. Jade needs more challenges. And you know how there's like always casually this past year been like switching people over? And how they did a story kind of where Rhea was missing Damien? Like as soon as they separated, she had a rough time.
That's true, but that was a while back.
True.
I think he easily just kind of pull Lola out of fucking NXT.
He could, but my thing is, I'm like, in terms of the stadium show, I think it's a bigger deal. Like, Lola's great. But you remember how over the Terror Twins were for that show?
I feel like they give him a random partner he's never partnered with before. They just give him Mia Yim.
Ah, god damn it!
I just fixed your booking.
No, I think you just pissed me off because I don't like it. I mean, I want to like Michin, but she just lost to Julia. I guess she's at the same level as Zelina right now.
Yeah.
I just think it'd be really fun to see Zelina and Aleister looks on their face when they hear, "This is my brutality!"
That kind of kills Zelina instantly. She has no chance against fucking Rhea.
All right, I like that argument.
Michin,
That's a good argument because then it's like you want to push.
You're
Well,
trying to make that little thing look strong right now. You're not trying to have it fucking get destroyed after like 2 weeks.
at least Zelina could beat Lola
Or Michin.
or Michin. I still feel like they need to do something on that PLE. Aleister and Dane, I don't even know if you thought of them on the show, but like,
No, I didn't.
I feel like that feud either should have ended with Last Man Standing, or it's still going on. Please do a blow-off match in Survivor Series. Give him something. Also, I just really wanted to reward Aleister for the year, because he's the only one who's come in this year who hasn't gotten a single PLE. Rusev got a PLE, Ray Phoenix got a couple PLEs, Penta got a bunch of PLEs, Ricky Starks is NXT champion.
Penta's little dance has made him a superstar.
But I'm like, okay, guys, there's no. Why are you doing Aleister dirty like this? Give him something before the year is over. Don't make him look for Royal Rumble. Fucking bastards. So I gave him something. I was debating between the mixed tag or Aleister versus Damien in a casket match. To me, that one seemed more far-fetched to me because I really like Aleister and Damien. I think it would have been a great casket match, but that's my pick. Okay, I see your argument of destroying Zelina would have been too soon.
So scratch off Rhea's name.
Hey, I'm still really. At the end of the day, it's okay that my card isn't perfect. This is just wishful thinking.
Number 4, is one we talked about. I
Okay.
got John Cena versus Dominic for the Intercontinental title.
Oh, we kept that. Nice. Okay.
I'm not getting rid of that shit.
I respect that.
I don't give a fuck if there is a tournament.
Okay. No, I get it. I get it. We talked about this for a while. I think.
Just because it's a fucking tournament doesn't mean you're not going to get the title.
Well, it just seemed like they were skipping Survivor Series the way they were talking about it. Because he's only got 2 weeks to build it. But he also has to build his retirement.
But also, Dominic's been kind of teasing it online.
I did hear, but I didn't see much of it, but I heard about that.
He's been putting hella shit out there.
I think it'd be great if he could fight Dominic, or at least challenge for the IC title before he
And
retires.
the last match anyone has with him is for the Intercontinental title.
True, but here's the big reason why I argue against it. Remember when we talked about who we think should retire John Cena, but only just to win that title? Gunther?
That's true.
Like, I like it at first, but then when I realize who we want to retire him, then I'm like, Gojo goes for all of that just to go back to the mid card, technically? I mean,
Maybe he wins the match and he just relinquishes it and someone has to fight for the top.
I don't know, though, because, like, I really want to see him to put somebody over in his last match, but also it's like, I mean, he already put over Cody,
Super
man.
Cena doesn't put over anybody.
It's also like,
Brock Lesnar.
he already put over Cody. Does he really need to put over anybody else before he retired? That match shouldn't exist!
It should.
It shouldn't. Even Jim Cornette himself said they fumbled the ball. And then he wouldn't have done that. He's like, why would I make them waste all their money just to be bummed out by that match again? Thank you, Jim. I'm a Jim Cornette guy. There, I said it. I'm sorry. So, you know, I'm not sorry to people who are offended by that. Go fuck yourselves. Okay.
I don't know him. I don't care for him.
He's a controversial guy, but Punk is a Jim Cornette guy, too. He was wearing a Jim Cornette shirt on Raw the other day. Oh, like you said, she's on.
Oh, God.
But, like, I like listening to his podcast.
Go ahead with your fourth.
Okay. AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch.
Oh, I was going to put that one in there.
I thought about your war, because he told me that he wanted them to fight in War Games, and at first I was like, oh, that seems like a solid idea right away. But then I thought about it. See, this is actually also a last-minute change in my card, because I'll say this. Originally, my card was pretty much the same, except instead of this match, I had Becky in War Games instead of Jade Cargill, and I didn't have AJ Lee returning. I had the John Cena finals at Survivor Series, because it was only like 2 weeks before the retirement match. I had it there. And it was going to be Gunther versus LA Knight. That was my pick. Then I thought about it, and I was like, what's going to make sense later on? So I had to move some things around, and then I was like, you know what? Do I really want to wait all the way to Mania for AJ versus Becky? I think I just want that match at Survivor Series. Mm-hmm. I know she was feuding with Maxine. Maxine technically has one more opportunity, but hey, I like Maxine. But no offense, Maxine, I don't want to see you fight Becky again. You already had your shot twice. I respect that you've been working hard and you've been trying to make improvements, but I don't think you were the person to have this type of feud with Becky where you just keep on getting close but getting screwed.
I just want to put a purpose to the fucking War Games match.
I understand. So I had to take out my fourth match for reasons I'll explain later on. Mm-hmm. It was supposed to be the John Cena finals. So I had to look for a fourth match. So that's why I was working last minute. I was like, fuck, I know my fourth matches! Oh, I gotta put something in there!
I was almost like going to do 4 matches. Because I was like, sometimes, because War Games matches are so long.
True, but me, aesthetically, I love it when 5 is the minimum. But I get it.
But 2 War Games matches, all you really need is 4 matches.
I get it because Royal Rumble and Elimination Chamber kind of worked for them.
Yeah, but that's also because Royal Rumble's hell fucking long.
It is, but War Games is also really long. People forget
Exactly.
that. But I don't think I want to change Survivor Series. I think I want to keep it at 5. Maybe we're wrong. Maybe this year it's 4.
4. If anything, these get rid of fucking John Cena and Dominic or fucking Rusev and Penta.
They might do 4 matches this year just because they just started doing 2-night SummerSlam. So they don't really, and they have Saturday night main events all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
So they might get rid of 5 matches on Survivor Series. I would prefer, but again, I understand. AD versus Becky, I think we've waited long enough. I don't think that story needs to wait all the way till Mania or Rumble or Chamber. I think they should just do it, man. Mm-hmm. If AJ Lee's supposed to be Intercontinental Champion, just do it. Because also, as much as I love Becky as Intercontinental Champion, I think I'm ready for her to move on.
To the world title?
Yeah. She's too good for that title. She's done great work for the Intercontinental title.
Well, she submitted it to fucking, like... It's hella good now.
I'm ready for Becky to move on. I've been ready for Becky to move on since SummerSlam, honestly. But I'm ready for her to move on. And if AJ just holds the title and puts over somebody else, that's cool. Mm-hmm. At Mania, at least it gives us an excuse to see AJ Lee semi-frequently until Mania.
And then AJ Lee will have 3 titles.
My only concern with this is one, well, you probably already noticed by now, my card looks way too stacked, for it to be realistic.
Yeah.
But 2, I heard a rumor that she's injured.
Who?
AJ, that she got injured in the WrestlePalooza match. I hope it's not true, but that's like the big thing that makes you think, would they bring her back now? They should, but...
Well, it's been a while.
God, yeah, my card's too stacked to be real. AJ versus Becky, though, I think would be a solid addition to the mid-card.
Yeah, I think I have a good match.
The problem is, my matches, there's no bathroom break unless for some reason the mixed tag has terrible chemistry. There's no bathroom break.
That's
in
probably a
my
bathroom break match.
He's like, no, that's your bathroom break.
Yeah,
That's your...
you made your bathroom break match.
Hey, man.
I don't think I made a bathroom break match unless you don't think Penta versus.
Well,
Rusev
people are so down bad for Rhea, I don't think they'll take a bathroom break. Or maybe they will because they're so down bad for Rhea. Sorry, Rhea. Sorry. Well, you know what? You know right now. You know. She knows. She knows.
He's 30.
You gonna give me your last match?
Men War Game, the most obvious one. MFTs versus fucking the White Six.
That's what you went with?
Yeah, I was like, I can't think of anyone else beating the match. They didn't build anything.
Honestly, I would love that match. I went with something a little different, but I would love it because I'm a huge White Six mark. So I just did the thing that they usually do every year, where sometimes they just fuse whoever like the top heels are. Mm-hmm. So I did that too, where I still have MFTs in there, but only the best members of MFT. So Tonga and Tongaloa. Sorry guys, I don't think you're good enough for War Games. At least for this one, I had to replace you guys with someone else.
Or you think they put other people on their team?
To be fair,
this shit's super fantasy.
To be fair, they've done it before, but like Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. No, I already had this idea before, but this morning they just released a new poster for Survivor Series where it's just Paul Heyman, Bronson Reed, and Braun Breaker. Plus, let's face it, it's always the biggest heels that are like the driving force of War Games over these past few years. Those are the biggest heels.
But who do you have them facing?
Okay. So.
Tension, here we go again.
No tension. Well, there's a little tension actually. But I hope it doesn't matter. Sami Zayn.
Okay.
He's already feuding with the MFTs. He wants a piece of them, so I feel like it makes sense. I feel like I should save this name last, so I'll save it for last. So Sami Zayn, CM Punk.
Oh, no, you can't put him in other War Games.
I would put at least one world champion on that card. And I feel like Punk, he's already going to directly feud with Vision after this, because you know they want that world title. Yeah. They're going to come after him. Plus, it started with Sami and Punk versus the Vision when this year started. So I might as well end with them one last time. I switched this team up so many times, but at the end of the day, this is my favorite version of the team. So Sami, Punk, Ilya Dragunov. Just because the MFTs want that title, and dude's a beast. He deserves to be on that card, represent the U.S. title that was just endorsed by.
But he's also just coming back from injury.
True, but think about it. They did the open challenge with Sami Zayn versus John Cena. Then they kind of did it as a passing the torch. Now Ilya's doing it to try to carry on that legacy while Cena's retiring. Mm-hmm. So I think you know where I'm going with this now. LA Knight, just because he's never done a War Games, he's over. That's a superstar team. I almost took him out of it. That's why I got rid of my fourth match, because I was like, but I really like LA Knight in that match. Fuck. I don't like who I replaced him with. I think I'm for LA Knight. He's been feuding with the Division for a while too. So I put LA Knight in there. LA Knight. He's never done War Games, and I think this would be great to keep him hot, keep him like, you know, in the spotlight. Yeah. My last pick is John Cena.
No, you can't put his old ass in a fucking.
Well, because he doesn't have a lot of time to build another story besides his retirement match. So I put him in. The main reason I put him in is just because I think it'd be nice visual to see him standing victorious with all the people
down, bruised up.
He'll be the last entrant. He'll be the very last entrant.
You're trying to kill him before his last match.
Plus, we technically get Cena versus Breaker in that match, and Cena versus Bronson Reed. They have unfinished business because of the freaking Night Champions. I can't see him doing another feud right before his retirement. He only have 2 weeks for his retirement match. So, like, I think he's going to be, like, a surprise partner. A last partner. Like he's going to be a last-minute replacement for somebody who gets taken out.
No. I'm trying to kill Senpai.
I wasn't trying to at first, but then when I realized...
I thought about it and I hate him.
I definitely had to put him on the card. Because I didn't want him to just come out and cut a promo on Survivor Series. So I was like... putting in the match. Last entrant. He gets to interact with all the top heels, and he gets to stand tall with all the new top baby faces. And Punk. I like yours, but I know they like the superstars stack those War Games matches, so that's why I did the superstar team. Even then, some might argue my team has too much mid card in it just because Ilya Dragunov. But
Yeah, you need to put Shinsuke.
he was originally supposed to be the replacement for
Or Ray Phoenix.
I thought about it. I thought about them both, but
You've literally just been feeding with them.
But I also thought about the visual of John Cena standing tall with people and making peace with Punk in the storyline. They always take somebody out for War Games and they have to do a replacement. That's one thing they always do.
You're the reason Shinsuke gets buried.
What the fuck? Okay, maybe I'll replace Millie Dragon out with Shinsuke and they take out...
Oh, you take out the United States champion? After you made a big hoopla out of him. You son of a bitch.
I thought about it, but here's the thing. I kept it because I really want to
throw my head again.
I really want to see John Cena stand with the two guys who carried on the legacy of the Open Challenge.
He's gonna be there. He's gonna stand with somebody.
And like raise their hands. Like originally, I didn't care for Cena ever competing in War Games, but then I was like, you know what? I guess it's the last thing you could do. If it's not the IC title, I guess you could do the main event. He's there.
I'm gonna whoop your ass.
He doesn't like I'm gonna hurt his senpai.
Man, you're about to get tough.
I just wouldn't have him take big bumps. I'd have him maybe like do like a big sum to somebody else, but I wouldn't have him take a big bump.
Alright guys, vote for your favorite picks. If you like mine, like the video. If you like Marco's, dislike the video.
That's not productive. That's very toxic for the show. I was going to say, please give us your thoughts in the comments section about our picks, but I would actually rather hear what your picks are, because your picks are probably very different from ours. Tell us what you would want to see at Survivor Series, what you think would happen.
I'm gonna fuck with you guys.
And make it very clear which is which, because it's two different things, what you want to happen and what you think will happen. Let's be real here. If I predicted what I think is going to happen, this card would look a lot different.
This page would be ripped up and thrown away.
Yeah, it would look very different. I was thinking about how different would it be? No, it would
very different.
But I'd also have to think about it a lot more if I was being realistic. I'd have to be like, no, I can't do that. No, I can't do that either. Fuck. No, they would never do it. Stupid. So, tell us what your picks are, but make it clear whether it's a fantasy booking or whether it's a prediction. And also, we should have done this in the first video, but please feel free to comment any ideas of what we should talk about next or in the near future here on the channel. And don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe if you have not already. Anyways, guys, this has been Los Degenerates. No, bad. This has been Los Degenerates Talk. Stay guapo, mis amigos.
If you can.
Oh.